When Chinese director such and such accepted the Oscar in 2021 for her film Nomadland, she made Academy Award history. Only one other woman, Kathryn Bigelow of the U.S., has been named Best Director at the Oscars, making Zhao the second woman, the first Asian woman, to win the award. So she made history. Only one other woman. So this other woman who won before. So maybe previously, before, maybe an emphasis, in fact. As a result, definitely not consequential. Previously, I think that's going to be it. Let's just check. However, contrasting, not really contrasting, right? Likewise, similarly, only, that could be a 2, though. Likewise, only one other woman had been named Best Director, making her the second woman and the first. So she's not actually similar to Kathryn Bigelow, only in the fact that she's a woman. So likewise, only one other woman previously, making her the second. It's about kind of order and sequence. So I'm going to go with previously as opposed to likewise. I don't think it's a similarity between her and Bigelow that's being mentioned here. I think it's the fact that ordering, she's only the second and the first Asian woman to do so. The envelope-shaped paper bags, common in the U.S. 150 years ago, were impractical for carrying goods. Because they were the only paper bags that could be mass-produced, these bags dominated the market. Okay, they were impractical, but they dominated the market. These are kind of contrasting ideas. So I would say maybe however would be my guess. And again, later that all changed. Okay, so however, for instance, it's not an example. Thus, because I definitely don't need two cause-effect transition words. In other words, I'm not restating something we don't understand already. However, although novels and poems are considered distinct literary forms, many authors have created hybrid works that incorporate elements of both. Such and Such, The Emperor's Babe, is a verse novel. For example, this is an example of the previous statement, is a verse novel, a book-length narrative to compete with characters. So it's putting the two together, basically. So by contrast, no. We're not contrasting. Consequently, yeah, there we go. Consequently, no, it's not cause and effect. What am I saying? That's not right at all. Secondly, it's not a sequential. It's for example. In studying whether jellyfish sleep, researchers such and such attempted to answer 3 questions. Is there a period? So 3 questions, and then we have a list. So my guess is this is going to be first, is there a period each day when the jellyfish declines? Second, and then finally. So it's definitely sequential. First, not a result, not a cause effect, not an additive point, not contrasting. Every chemical compound has a spectroscopic fingerprint, a pattern of reflected light unique to that compound. Upon analyzing the light reflected by the bright regions on the surface of the dwarf planet Ceres, such and such was able to determine that the regions contained large amounts of the compound sodium carbonate. So chemical compounds have a fingerprint. That fingerprint was used to identify the chemical on a planet or a dwarf planet far away. So this is an example or a result. Every compound has this behavior. Thus, or as a result, she was able to find a particular compound on this faraway planet dwarf, taking advantage of this behavior. I think that's the correct transition. So regardless, no, it's not regardless of what happened, she was able to analyze the light. Meanwhile, it's not contemporaneous. It's thus, literally, there's the word. It's not a comparison to anything else either. C is the answer.